I have tried love. I have tried compassion. I have tried excessive patience. Yet you remain as recalcitrant as ever, and you have no intention of repenting. It would be foolish to waste any more time hoping that your necks would become less stiff or your hearts less hardened. No, I shan't continue this exercise in futility, for my unrequited love has reached its limit, and I no longer feel obliged to reward you with what you clearly do not deserve. In fact, I shall not only remove my love from you, but I shall also remove your land and your legacy, because these are the things that you love most. Your legacy is your children, those most precious of gifts. And how have you treated these gifts? Quite terribly. You've raised them with guilt for sins they have not committed. You have taught them shame and repressed their natural pleasure, in an effort to make their lives as joyless as your own. Your excuse is some perverse platitude you call innocence. The proper word is ignorance. You wish to keep them in the dark about the passion you have pursued your entire life, because you have convinced yourselves that what is wonderful for you is profoundly evil for them. It may be your greatest collective hypocrisy, and when pressed to explain why you believe this way, you are incapable of providing a rational answer. Oh, how Satan has corrupted your simple minds. Most of your pregnancies are unplanned, because you restrict your children's ability to be properly mentored on the subject of reproduction. So the children, following their natural instincts and passions, are forced to instruct each other, resulting in unwanted children that will be raised by ignorant children. And because they will need to provide for their child, their formal education will cease, and they will be forced into low-wage occupations, ensuring that this new family will suffer the profound degradations of uneducated poverty. And because ignorance is so often passed from parent to child, one can expect the child born of ignorance to perpetuate this destructive cycle upon reaching the age of fertility. Satan enslaves you by keeping you ignorant. And you, my people, are being destroyed by your ignorance. And what is even worse is that those who have been charged to educate you in our ways, your priest class, they have continued to secretly mentor children in sexuality, while telling you that it is wrong. And because they engage in this grand hypocrisy, I will reject them and their children. Has it truly not occurred to you that children require closely guided instruction in almost every skill they acquire? Yet when it comes to producing and raising another person, the most important thing most of you will ever have the responsibility to perform, you would prefer your child learn while in the throes of passion, instead of at the hands of an experienced mentor. But as I've expressed earlier, you are entirely incapable of providing a rational reason why. Do you think that your Creator is cruel and gave you such strong sexual desires as a child only to forbid you acting upon those desires until you were an adult? Those strong childhood curiosities and urges were given to you so that you would experiment and learn before reaching the age of fertility, when it would be too dangerous to experiment in ignorance. Why do you think your sexual desires as a child were focused upon adults? Because you were made to seek out knowledgeable mentors to help you during this most important phase of your maturation. And how do you treat those adults who act upon their natural instincts to provide this guidance for your children? You imprison them, castrate them, and even murder them. You create laws that stand against the laws of God by assigning entirely random ages to when pursuits of passion are acceptable. And when parents exercise their responsibility to either mentor their children or provide responsible mentors for their children, you rip the children away from their parents and psychologically destroy that child by convincing it that all the pleasure experienced was evil, as was the child's parents for providing it. How profoundly cruel you are. It is time that I stand and put an end to this cruel hypocrisy, along with those responsible for it. So I shall now take your children, those that I have found most capable of replacing you, those that I shall raise myself as a remnant to be replanted in the new garden after I am finished burning away the unrepentant tares.